Hey there, kiddos! It's me, John Hats, the inventor of hats. And today, I would like to show you my new product. Hats Toe. You see, the problem with today's generation and their whole Generation Z and millennials business with their depression and their anxieties. You see, the problem is they keep scrolling on their phones, on their TikToks, on their Crimsograms, on their Facebooks. The real issue is that they keep their phones up. And how do we solve all these problems? Well, I'll tell you. They gotta put their phones down and their hats on. After that happens, oh buddy, that's a game changer. I've never met a sad person wearing a hat, except for funerals. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Don't try to don't be smart. First, we extract the elephant tears through the macro extruder. After that, we put the tears through the extra giga gamma, or the egg for short. After this, the tears are a lot more malleable, kind of like a soft putty, or jello, maybe. I don't know. I haven't eaten it. So, we mold these into different shapes of hats. Then, we superheat the hats to the electrogravity galvanometer, or the egg for short. Then, we break the hats down into their base components and remake them molecularly in a process we call the energy gram group, or egg for short. After this, we have to give the hats a personality. So we transmit a copy of someone's consciousness into the hat in a process we call the ego give growth, or the egg for short. After this, we must target one specific emotion. So we destroy all other emotions in a process we call the emotional genocide game, or egg for short.
Yeah, how did I find out about hats? Well, I was walking home one day.
I was walking on a street one day
when a van pulled up and just chloroformed me and blindfolded me. And, eventually I woke up in some facility with a hat on my head.
and then this van pulled up next to me, put a bag over my head, stuffed me with something, and stuck a straw fedora on my head.
Was kidnapped on the street. They just pulled over, put a bag over my head, shot me with something, then put a chef's hat on my head. And honestly, I've been hooked ever since.
But honestly, I couldn't be happier.
And, life's been good ever since. How did I find out about hats? Oh, you guys are beautiful with your questions. Take 300, whatever. Oh my God, how did I find out about hats? You kidnapped me. That's how I found out about hats. You took me off of 5th Street in New York. And you stuffed me into a bag. You tried to chloroform me. You didn't realize that you didn't hold that for like 5 minutes. So I counted out the hours. You drove for about 3 hours. You took me out of the car, put me into a facility, stuck this crown on my head, and I couldn't have gotten off since. You said even if I got it off, my head would come off next, like you did to Larry. Oh, how did I find out about hats? Your nerve. You have some nerve.
Has hats bettered your life?
No! How has hats too bettered my life? I used to be an amateur chef. I would try and try and try to cook up something, but every time I did, it just ended up being macaroni and cheese. I mean, albeit a perfect macaroni and cheese, but every time that I would make something, even if I was just baking bread, what would come out of the oven? Oh, it's mac and cheese. Not even like baked mac and cheese, just like boiled mac and cheese. But ever since I put the hat on, that probably didn't change, but the mac and cheese is better. No, I've been in this facility for 4 months.
Oh my god, I didn't even mention.
4 months.
So ever since I was a wee boy, a very wee boy, like very, very wee, I was about like this big, and I was like 12, so that was weird. But I've always wanted my face to be solid silver, just complete silver, with barely any features.
This is not better in my life. This is worse. This sucks.
And after I tried on the straw fedora, well, let's just say my little dream came true.
This sucks. You are a terrible group of people. You know that, right? So after wearing this hat, I found a truth about me. And that truth was that I was a hardcore socialist. I don't know if that's bettered my life, but I'm a hardcore socialist now. Like very hardcore. Like very hardcore. I have rights. I'm an American.
What are your positive feelings about hats?
There are none! Oh, I love this. I love that I can't take it off. I love that if I try to take it off, I can feel my very skin just ripping off my bones. It's fantastic. I couldn't live in a world without these hats. You can't kidnap a guy. You can't force him into this little experiment and say, oh, did you like it so far? No! You have been feeding me slop every day. Help me. You gotta help me. I'm out there somewhere. It's at least like a three-hour drive from somewhere from New York City. You gotta help me out, please.
Average Joe's ain't enough for you? You want to hear from the top brass, the cream of the crop, the elite, the bourgeoisie? Well, I got you covered. Here's celebrity Dwayne Johnson.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you're here to compliment the product. So if you look under your chair, you'll see a box of hats.
Oh, wow.
Come on, man, you're a professional actor. At least act like this is on take 87.
This is not take 87. This is take 187. This opening act that you have here, this has happened so many times. I don't know what you want from me.
We ain't paying you to complain. We're paying you to shill. So shill. Why don't you grab a hat and try it on?
All right.
How do you feel?
Like I'm wearing a stupid hat.
Ah, yes, the dumb hat. It makes the wearer self-conscious with the emotions of an anxious teenager.
I just think it looks dumb.
Ha! That's funny, Dwayne. What the hell, this ain't on the script.
Piss off, I know the script.
Then stick to it. Why don't you try another hat on? How do you feel, pal?
I'm not your damn pal.
How do you feel, Dwayne?
Like this isn't worth my time.
Shut up and put another hat on.
Whatever. Seriously?
What?
I'm not wearing a MAGA hat. put the damn hat on, Dwayne. You're bold to assume we won't do anything just because you're famous. I'm not wearing the hat. That's too bad. You want hats too? I know you do. Call 666-666-6666. That's 666-666-6666. Very unfortunate number, but we just got stuck with it. Call Hats 2 right now. We're running a deal. Buy 2 hats, get 1 hat free. Limited time only. Absolutely free. Do it, please. Please.